it's okay. You know what I mean? I've always respected him as a competitor over the years. He's worked hard, and I've always said that he's one of the best competitors I've ever competed with. I know that if I don't show up, he's always going to win, and tonight he showed up. He was a better man tonight, and he came out and he executed well. So for me, he deserves to be here because he's done his time, and he works hard to get back to be one of the best athletes, and he's working hard. You can see it because of throughout his career, he's been back, he's worked hard, he's ran fast times, he's been injured, and he's back and he's doing great. So for me, I look at him just like any other athlete and a competitor.
Question?
I mean, I wasn't really focused on the booze, or thinking of it if my win tonight was a disaster. I really did it for my fans, my support staff, and my countrymen, people who really believed in me, when I didn't believe in myself. And when I stepped on the line starting line, this is the first time I ever ran a race, and I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was thinking about them, and it took the pressure away from me. Just go out there and run, compete, run to the finish line. Now that's all I really did.
Christian, what's going through your mind tonight? I mean, is this kind of a surreal experience, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a surreal experience. This whole season for me has been surreal. It's been a long season. I'm happy to cap it off like this. I'm sitting up here on a podium with Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin, guys I've looked up to, my whole life. So, I'm just, extremely happy to be here and blessed. And like you said, it's definitely a surreal feeling.
We have a microphone for Vicky, please.
Hi, it's a question for Justin. I just wondered if you can understand why people are antagonistic towards you after what happened and the whole Trevor Graham saga. I spoke to Angel many times. Can you just at least understand why years later?
I really don't need to understand. I mean, my thing is, I wasn't booed in 10, I wasn't booed in 2011, I wasn't booed in 12 here, I wasn't booed in 13, I wasn't booed in 14 or 15. But now I'm booed. So at the end of the day is, if anything, I can understand the rivalry that I have with Usain, but there's not a bitter rivalry. I respect the man utmost, and every time we come across the finish line, I've shaken his hand, I've given him a hug, and I told him congratulations, and that's all that really matters to me. I'm just a runner, like anybody else that's sitting up here. I'm just a runner, and I'm back in the sport. I've done my time, like he said, and I've come back. I've did community service. I've talked to kids. I've actually inspired kids, to walk the right path. And that's all I can do. Society does that with people who have mistakes, and I hope that track and field can understand that too. We're just trying to have a cooperative from a society. So that's why I'm still back in the sport. That's why I'm still running, and that's why I believe in myself 100%.
Question right there, please.
Hi, Justin, you spoke about injuries you had earlier this year. I'm wondering, could you give us a rundown of the timeline, what the issues were, and was there ever a moment where you doubted that this would become a reality?
Yeah, back in April, I got like a hip flexor injury when I first started doing speed work, and it put me down for about 2 weeks. And then trying to come back off of that, I got a calf injury from the overcompensation of trying to run. So it put me down for like another week. And I mean, when you saw me running at Olympic nationals, and then running a couple races after that, it was kind of just off guts, man, and just running a race pattern that I was just used to running and just trying to get to the finish line first.
Question in the middle there.
The winning time today was the slower for a gold medalist since 2003. I would like to, and the marks in general, they were much slower than the last edition of the World Championship. I would like to know from you guys if you think there is any kind of relationship with a stronger anti-doping control.
Whoa, what? What? What's she saying?
I would like to know if you think.
I heard you, but I'm
Yeah.
saying what?
Well, I believe in this season in the whole, and also we have here in the World Championship slower times, much slower. We have, I think, 21 sub-10 times in Beijing World Championship, and in this edition, less than 10. I would like to understand why, and if you think there is any kind of relationship with a stronger anti-doping control.
First of all, I'm sure everybody up here take that very disrespectful. You know what I mean? We've worked hard. As I said, Justin has done his time throughout the years, and he's proven himself over and over again. I've proven myself over and over again. The young kid just coming in, Coleman, has done great, and he's performed himself to show the world that he's going to be a great athlete. It's something called injury, and sometimes everything don't go as smoothly as you want to. You know what I mean? There's negative wind. There's so much different things. So for you to just directly say something or state something to all three of us like that, I take that disrespectful, you know what I mean? Because we've done so much great things throughout the years. Yes, it's slow, but we came out there and we put on a good show for everybody, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Wow.
I mean,
Do any of you want to respond to that as well?
I mean, you have to understand, like, as athletes, regardless of what the sport is, we are human beings still. We still have to perform. You know what I mean? We still work hard. We still train every day. When you guys are sitting, typing on your computers, we're throwing up at practice. We get injuries and sprains, you know what I mean? So, of course, sometimes our time's not going to be the best, and obviously, everybody up here wish they could run a personal best every time they step on the track. But, you know, we push ourselves to the best we can do, and tonight that was the best that the world could give. You know, and we still made it the most exciting race that you've seen probably all year, you know, and it was so close. So, I mean, I don't think it's an algorithm to, you know, anti-doping issue. I just think that it's just a hard work. I mean, this guy had a long season. He's literally ran almost a whole year. You know, Christian's ran since December. You know, it's almost December again, you know. So, I mean, for him to be able to come up here and get on the podium and grab a medal, that had nothing to do with it. That was fortitude. That was a lot of heart, and that was a lot of guts out there. And the same thing with Usain. He has injury. He's been running. He's been giving you guys the best performances of his life and over again. You know, and I've been right there with him trying to be able to perform and be right next to him. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think that we just are hardworking athletes, and sometimes it don't go the way we want it to go.
Justin, did you want to add anything further?
No, I think they pretty much said it all.
There's another question at the back.
Hello, Jordan Jarrett Bryan from Channel 4 News. Usain Bolt, you acknowledged that your start isn't the best. Is that because of the way that you're made up and the way you're built? So you're a tall man with long legs, or is it because you've not found the technique to better that start? And secondly, is there a Jamaican athlete coming through who excites you?
I really don't know what to say about my side. This is the first time in the championship that I've gone through the round and it's been so poor. Normally, I always get my start at some point. You know what I mean? In 2015, when it was one of the roughest seasons, most competitive for me and Justin, I actually got a good start. You know what I mean? But it always comes together in the finals. This has been one of my worst. I was going through the mixed zone, the meter zone, and I looked at my reaction, and it was 186. And I was like, 186? You know what I mean? Coleman was 123. I was like, what? That's impossible, you know what I mean? That's how quick he is. Justin was like 140-something. And it shows that I was way off, you know what I mean? And I knew from the start if I didn't get into the race, then I'll be in trouble. But it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? So start matters, didn't come together, but I try not to blame one thing. I came out here, I gave it my best, and it was just not good enough.
Okay, just a couple more questions this evening. One over there, please.
Just for Justin. Justin, in 2015, the BBC commentator said Usain had saved athletics by beating you. What do you say to them tonight that you've beaten them here in London, in the home of the BBC?
I don't know. I have no comment to that. I'm just here. I'm happy I'm here. Tonight is not going to be spoiled. Usain is a great athlete, a great man. You know, I'm just happy to be able to line up against him throughout the years, shoulder to shoulder with him, regardless win or lose. Now, I mean, you would think the headache is gone, but now you got Christian Coleman in the mix now. So the rivalry will still continue, and the excitement will still continue in the sport. Usain leaves a very huge void, you know, with his character and his athleticism, but there's going to be a lot of young athletes going to step up to the plate.
Okay, but you just seem to enjoy being the bad boy of the sport. You seem to enjoy the
All right,
reaction.
here's my question to you. What do I do that makes me the bad boy? Do I talk bad about anybody? Do I give bad gestures? I don't. I shake every athlete's hand. I congratulate them. I tell them good luck. That don't sound like a trait of a bad boy to me. It just seems like the media wants to sensationalize and makes me the bad boy because Usain's a hero, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I know you got to have a black hat and a white hat, but guys, come on, man. You know, you guys know I keep it classy. I never talk bad. You guys who give me one-on-one interviews, you know, I try to inspire other athletes, and I just try to stay in my lane, literally. That's it. So I don't see where the bad boy comes from.
Okay. We have one final question there. Just over here, please. Final question.
My name is Ayo Dumade, African Sports Monthly. Congratulations to all of you. Justin, do you think that some of the British media are being disrespectful to you? I want you to be honest with your answer.
I mean, I figured you didn't want me to lie to you. I don't know. I really haven't focused on that. My job is just to be an athlete, man, to be honest. You know what I mean?
If you're not honest. Yeah.
If I focus on that, then I wouldn't be able to focus on my race, man. I don't know, man. IDK. I don't know.
Okay. I think that's enough for this evening. Thank you very much, ladies.